Alright, as the CINEMA4D has loaded, all we need to do now is get used to the interface again. If you've been here before, you know the tools are on two panels. Like this left panel, you have tools, and you have tools on top this panel too, and your menu is right there. The title, this panel are for settings, the details of the tools and the object you select. The details are here, and this is your timeline. Just this tiny guy, it's your timeline, and other settings are here, and tools too for animation, for playback. And here is the material panel where you put your material, your color, what you're using, filling the object. You have grass, you have gold, you have silver, you have all of the stones and all that kind of, you have material. You can even do fire from this program, but we'll stick to what we came here to do. All we want to do is a globe that rotates with its material, any material that is of your choice. For today, we are using Lim Cockwing's logo and all the flags, just to copy what is in existence. Let's go. We know it's sphere. How do you do that? See the object, hold on to it, click and hold, then drag yourself into sphere, and sphere appear. You can just, there, this icon is to rotate around. This is to zoom in and out. This is the position. And you see, as you zoomed in, you can see that the edges are still very jagged. It's not as smooth as sphere, as a ball. And you can see the sphere here. That is it on the panel, where you can hide it. If you have more objects, you keep hiding one for one, so you can see if there's an object behind that bar, you don't want to move the screen, you hide, and you can unhide. Here the settings for the ball object, this way. You can see the radius. I just love things to be like round figure. Instead of 39, I'd rather put 40. 24 seems too low, that's why you can see like a polygonal form, so you can make it like, I would rather just do, I'll just do 60 for the segment, and you can see smoothing it out. Let's say like 100. I think 100 will be good. And you have other types of sphere. This is the standard. You can use other one, but it doesn't affect you if all you need is a sphere. I think when you need, okay, that the hemisphere, hemisphere is the half of a sphere. Half. Let's just stay with our standard and let's go. As you drop this, it's good to zoom out a bit, so let's stay at this point. And at that point, I will just go and I'll say save. Okay, CINEMA4D, lecture. This way we want sphere. So it's not just ordinary sphere. This is Lim Cockwing sphere. I will leave it that way. Let's go. We have material that we've done, which I will open up. I'm going to send it to you people. I'll send this material, and if you have time, go to Photoshop and try to create your own material. I'm going to material, stills, and this all I need to do, drag it into here, drag it, and all the settings will start to tell you. The image is not in the project search path. Do you want to create a copy? Yes, create a copy, and it will be there. So far this is here, you are ready to go. All you need to do now, take it, drag it here, and it wraps it. Then you can start to rotate, not the screen now, because this is for the screen. You don't want to rotate the screen, not the screen. You want to rotate the object itself. So at times you need to know where you are, and for that this icon comes to play. This is a 3D program. You select that, and you can start to come to front camera, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, see the icon, position, rotation. You don't need all those. All you need here is zoom in, zoom out. And this is the top camera, this right camera, and this is your perspective. This is the camera you will show the world. That is where your work is. So this object is what we want to move. We want to move it in a way that is actually facing front. And when you look at it, it's not the object, it's the material. It's the material we want to move. And which is this guy? This is the material here. To move the material, you select it, the settings appear. You can see the setting appears that way. And you start to know which one is it moving vertically or horizontally. Now it's time to set up the camera. So the camera is here. Select the camera now, enable it, still selected. You can see the settings, the x-axis, the y-axis, all this. The x-axis actually should be 0, the rotation, everything 0, 0, the y 0. Voila. You can see how I did it. Just drop the camera, change every coordinate to 0. That's its position, x, y. The z axis, which is actually the zoom in and zoom out, which is this guy, this tool. If you zoom in and zoom out, you go back to camera, just go stay on the camera, see the number, you can copy it just for you to know something changes. Is minus 258.08. See, hold the sphere again, come in and zoom in like that. Then select the camera again. You see what has happened. It has reduced because it's going close to the object. But we don't want it to be this close. This is too close. Go back to the object, select it, zoom out a bit. Yeah, this is okay. And click the camera, select it to know which one is not round figure. And you can see this is almost 200. So why not just 200? 200, bam, it won't change much. The rest, these numbers, this data looks clean. Nothing is fractionalized in a way that will scatter your mind. That's enough. Let's just save and preview, which is looking nice. This is looking nice already. So you come here to this way, see where my cursor is. You come here and select, click on this, the settings appear. Anything you click here, the settings appear below. So we are on the material, we selected it, the settings will appear. All we need to do is start to adjust. This is the front camera. You can see front, top, right side, and the perspective. The perspective takes the shape of a front camera, but it's not totally front. And from this part you can see that some of the things that appear here are not there. So all we want to do now is to make sure this view has the Lim Coquins logo right at the center. You can start to do the offset. Offset is like changing the position. I can start like that. You see, the more I increase, it moves, and I can just try to push it to like centralize. I think that 24 seems okay. The 24 seems okay. I would rather want to do 25. No, let's do that 24. Maybe 24. Then the length is okay. The length in horizontal form is okay. It is this tiling that you need to reduce the length, the horizontal. So you can increase it a bit so it closes, because it's too stretchy. It closes it up, and that could take us some time, but yes, we have to do it. So continue to adjust until it looks clean enough. Let's reduce it more. I really want to push it to like, okay, I think this is okay. This looks okay. Now it's now to look at the back. You can come here to look at the back camera, the camera and back. You can zoom in, click here, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. Then display. What is display now is simply set skeletal lines. You can come to display. It's doing line. Let's do quick shading. Quick shading will give us. With quick shading, you can see the logo is still somewhere there, so we need to let that disappear, and it will only happen if you reduce this to like, let's see the number that will work. Yeah, 34 will work, and we have 39 here. I think 38 will work, and we have 74 here. The length, which if I want to say, I will say let's do 75. Yes, it's good to have some rounded figures. Don't have plenty fractions. Like this looks neat. 1.333. It's what you can always remember if you need to remember anything. And voila, this is okay like this. The next thing to do is to rotate, but please keep saving. Save, always save. Save always. If you don't have save here, file, save. If you play, nothing is animated yet. Nothing is rotating. You can now bring out your view, or set a camera which you don't need to move. We'll come to that. So is to select, and this is looking centralized unless you think otherwise. This looks centralized. maybe we should just go like this a bit. Yeah, this is centralized. Yeah, let's make centralized, and the object is centralized, is in 0 0 0. Yeah, the camera is okay. How do we start to rotate it to loop? First, select this guy, come here, check my cursor. You can see the auto keying. Auto keying is like keyframe, automatic keyframe. You can read every the details there. Select it, first step. Second step, next step is start an active keyframe, like that. I want you to be looking just at this part. Check out where my cursor is. This part, I want you to be looking at the first frame of the timeline, or first frame on the timeline. Check. Before now, there was nothing here. There is this green and there is this gray. I will undo now, just for you to know, to take note. If you click, once you click keyframe, it appears. If you undo, you see, if you click, it appears. If you undo, so take note what is going on here. Anywhere the play head sits, that is your active frame. That is where you are working. So I'm taking it back to the end. I can take it like that, or click on this, go to the end, and it goes. Go to the beginning, start, it goes. You need to know how to move on your timeline, but we'll do it gradually so you won't need to miss anything else. The way it is now is at the end is add another keyframe, then put rotation. But mind you, this program calculates every movement, so it starts from 0 frame. A 0 frame here is actually a frame. Are you with me? A 0 frame is a frame. This is very technical, but I will explain, and I hope it's easy. So to make a circumference, to make this rotate in a full circumference, is going to be 360. But because there is a 1 frame here, so we are going to minus 1 frame. Every time you want to make a circumference rotation, every time you want to make circumference rotation, let me repeat it again. Every time you want to make a circumference rotation, a complete rotation, always minus 1 on CINEMA4D, minus 1. So I'm going to come here. This is the circumference for the that axis, and I'm going to do, instead of 360, I'm going to do 359 and enter. Let's play and see what happens. This now plays and stop, and continue and stop. You see the movement is like start slow, end slow. There is a smooth start and a smooth ending. That won't give us our loop. So our loop is actually when you come here. Focus now. When you come here, you select this object, and the setting comes out here. And you see, you select this object, which is a frame here, which is a frame 2. This is a frame 2, and this is another frame. Here, frame, keyframe, just say it the way you can. There is everything here is keyframe. So anything that you didn't activate. Any frame you didn't activate in between are just frames. The one active keyframe. So you select this keyframe and come to the settings spline, make it linear. Linear means it doesn't need to slow down. It doesn't need to be smooth. It just goes the way you're doing it, and it can loop properly. You should check. Now it's looping continuously, and it will be like this even when you render. So let's move on. Stop. You can go back to your view just to monitor everything and know that everything is okay. Even if you play from this view, this is your perspective. This is the screen you are sharing with people. This is the screen that will render out. If you want to see the top, you click on it. It's still working. You can adjust it. It won't give you any problem. But please, if your system is not strong, don't do much. At times my system even slow down. My system will slow down because this program, like this program and After Effects, they're too strong for system. So if your system no be Core i7, you'll be so disappointed. So they do this work. Now it's time to render out into videos or sequences. Back to render setting. To render, let it look interesting. The output first. Please, you can use this output, but I want us to use 1920 return to 1080. You see, like this. 30 frame, everything, all frame, every other thing remains the way they are. Don't change anything. Save. Yeah, this is where you need to still pay more attention. If save is checked, the file, that's file name, that's the file location where you want it to be located. I can come out. Now I want mine inside. There's lecture, then there's CINEMA4D, then there's Prince. I have this. I want to put a folder that will call rendered. Inside rendered, I will now put another folder called Cock Wing Sphere. Like that. I'll copy this, copy the text, double click, open it up. Now I'm inside that folder now, so I'll name it underscore sequence inside is still Lincoln sphere, like that, and I'll say save file. Then format will go PNG. Leave the other settings until you get to alpha channel. Check. So it will have clean background. You can put it on any other image or footage. That way we are almost there. The next thing is multipass. You don't need anti-aliasing. Yes, this is in geometry. Change it to best. Make it 1 to 4. Okay, it's alright. Option, leave option the way it is. Stereoscoping, leave it. Thin range, leave it. Material, leave it. Come to effect and add just one last thing: global illumination. Global illumination helps you give it a realism feel. The look and feel will look real. Great. From there, you don't want to see this sky behind, so you're going to composite. But while you want to composite, you're done with animation, you can uncheck this, disable it, or else there will be problem. Right click on the sky, CINEMA4D tags, compositing. Make sure you are on the padlock, then seen by camera uncheck. You don't want to see it in the camera, and yeah, that is it. And this looks good. This looks very good, and we are done. This rendering setting, this is the setting. You can have multiple. I can copy this and paste and change it, but it will only attend to one. You can only select one at a go. This is the recent one we did, which if you check, so if I want to rename this, save this somewhere else, I can just go and check. Imagine I want to make it JPEG. I want to make it JPEG, I can change it there. So you see, this is JPEG, this is PNG, this is JPEG. So this I can say JPEG. That way you save more. You have more settings, but we are using only HD video. Going to save and close, and we are ready to render. Go to the setting and see what we've chosen, just to confirm every setting is good. Output is good, all frames, yeah, everything is good. Click and hold and come here and start to render. It will take time. This is the time you leave your system to work. Plug power and leave it. If you can calculate it yourself. If this is going to, if one frame, let me calculate it for you. Frame 0, you can see now that frame 0 is rendering. So we have 120 frames to render, but because there is 0, it will calculate it as 1. That's the one we remove from the circumference. If you do 360, it will still remain 1. So it will be 361 to be jumping. Then we have one frame rendered at 11 seconds. You can go second frame, frame 1, 24 seconds, frame 30. So if one frame is 11 seconds and 121 frames, just multiply that seconds and you know how many hours approximately it will take, or how many minutes. I will leave this so we can enjoy it and see the time at the end. Interesting. See you in After Effects or Premiere Pro, where we use this to make magic. Thank you for watching.